Welcome to another episode of the Book Report presented by The Millions. My name is Janet.
And I am Mike.
So we thought we would take some time to read some books that are generally canonical and a lot of people read in high school, but that we missed somehow. Filling in the gaps of our DNA, much like they do in Jurassic World.
Exactly like Jurassic World.
Exactly. I read A Good Man is Hard to Find by Flannery O'Connor. This is an author, nay, a genre, that I have just completely never read. The first story, which is A Good Man is Hard to Find, it's a grandmother, mom and dad, and 3 kids who set out on family vacation. Within the first couple hours, get in a car accident, are pulled over on the side of the road. Somebody stops to help them and kills the entire family. End of story. I was trying to articulate the common thread. It's sort of like fatalism combined with gentility, combined with poverty. It's trippy.
Yeah.
It's weird to read on the bus, I'll tell you that. I think the thing I like the most about it is that it's this very visceral world that I've never been in before.
People talk about her being a moral writer and such a important Catholic writer. I've always had a hard time figuring out exactly how she fits into the moral literature.
I think you always think of religious people from the South as just being all in. But a lot of these stories, especially The River, which is, there's a traveling preacher who preaches at the river and baptizes people. He is a fraud, and he is being lampooned. It's cool that she was religious, but was also very sort of eagle-eyed about the veracity of the religion around her.
Yeah,
which
sure.
is not something you usually associate with the Southern religious. And maybe that's not generalizing on my part.
For my back to school pick, I read, pretty unwisely, A Farewell to Arms by Ernest Hemingway. Not a fun read, you would say. Have you read this? Or
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I could tell by your face. It's his first novel, so it has that really archetypical Hemingway prose that everyone makes fun of, but it seems like it's even more so in this. It's there will be 10 pages with no verbs except forms of the verb to be, Whereas the wine was cold and good, and that for pages upon pages. His name's Frederick Henry, and he meets an English nurse named Catherine, and they fall in love instantly. Then he gets his leg injured by a mortar shell. You might notice I'm falling asleep as I'm doing the plot. Only a thing I really took away from it was, God, World War I sounds like it was not a good time. That was basically it. That's
not so great after all.
Yeah, exactly. The Great War? No, more like the Bad War. Do you love me, darling? Yes. Say you love me, darling. I love you. Is it true? Is it true that you love me? It's true that I love you, darling. I just need you to say it. I love you, darling. That for 5 pages in a row. I'm all right, you freaking love each other. We get it.
Yeah.
Even though you don't know each other. And we can already tell by this point in the book that you're all going to either end up dead or in jail.
He's either your thing or he's not. There's no... Yeah.
I think that's exactly right. The one thing I did like about the book was Hemingway's introduction, which is really funny if you imagine it read in the voice of Ron Swanson from Parks and Recreation. It's basically the introduction is just, here is a book. I have written a book. You might like it or you might not. Here it is.
So there you have it. We went back to school, and much like actual school, it was at turns annoying, monotonous, somewhat educational, ultimately not going to do it again. I might read more of Flannery O'Connor. I'd be interested to see what she does with a full-length novel. because she likes killing her characters after 15 pages so much. How did she manage a 200-pager?
Thank you very much for coming back to school with me and Janet on this episode of the Book Report. We are not going to be here next week for Independence Day, but we will be here the week after fireworks. So join us then. And yeah, you'll never walk alone, Jack.
Never walk alone, Mike.